I know this seems a ridiculously long way away from the camera to be doing a vlog, but I decided I was going to vlog today first thing. Now, I've been up at the cricket today with AJ, up at the Oval, the Kia Oval in London, Kennington Oval, and I was coming up on the train this morning and I watched this video about making a short movie, which suddenly made me think, I want to shoot a short movie. It was all to do with storyboards and set colourings and costume. It wasn't too pretentious, but it just made me realise the journey I've come. And when I was, I just want to check I'm in frame actually. When I was thinking about making this vlog this morning, this immediately came to mind, and I won't bother. And I just knew that this was the video that I wanted to make. And then I realised as I got the camera out, I only had the 50mm with me because I was travelling light day just with a sling bag. I've only got the 50mm with me because I've been using that a lot just for photography recently. Love the results it gives. But then I got it out of the bag and went, oh, I can't vlog. And then I thought the only way I can do it is from a distance. So I'm shooting on a 50mm, which I wouldn't normally do. Thus, you've got some distance, but hopefully some quite nice colour and hopefully some bokeh. So anyway, so this is about this camera. And I want to talk about the passion that it's given me. Now, I know, you know, we don't get many views on this channel, I'm aware of that, and you know I do this as a thing of love and because I want to do it and because of how much this channel means to me. And even though I don't do it daily anymore, I think about the channel all the time, and I would love for it to blow up and take off and I could just talk like this. But when I was coming up on the train this morning, I was watching that video about short movie making. I just thought how far I've come, and trust me, I suffer from imposter syndrome virtually every day, be it as a creator, be it as a videographer, be it as a photographer. And I was looking at this camera, it was on the seat opposite me as I was coming up this morning, and I thought, this camera has taught me so much. It's made me a better creator, and it's brought me out as a person. As you know, this time last year, I wasn't particularly keen on getting out and recording things away from the studio. Now it's a problem keeping me away from London. I've tried shooting vlog style videos to the main channel. It doesn't seem to go down too well. But it's taught me the confidence of taking a camera out of me and looking at the world in a different place. Now, no matter if I get lucky enough at some point to buy another camera body, it's this camera that I will always keep. The video I'm going to make next week, you'll see what I'm going, is about the iMac, the 27-inch iMac I got from 2015. When I got it out a couple of weeks ago for that video, it booted up and began working. So then I thought, I've never wiped a Mac, I've never done a clean install, so I'm going to do that for this week's video, just bringing a 2015 27-inch iMac back to life. And that iMac won't ever leave me. I'm not going to sell it or get rid of it. The fact that even after 5 years it booted up perfectly made my heart sing. And this camera is that. This camera has just changed me as a person. Where the studio is now, it's next door to an actual photographic studio. I'd seen it in my village for many years, and it turns out we met up and we got on really well. She's a portrait photographer, been in the business for 20 years, a genuine photographer. I had massive, massive imposter syndrome, but she called me a photographer. And it really made me just step back a little bit. Yes, I've been published a couple of times. I've just done my first paid gigs as a photographer as well. Nothing much, but I have now been paid some money for photography. And that's all because of this camera. Now, this other photographer, she happens to shoot Canon. I put a £3,000 lens on here. I immediately knew how to fit it and I knew how to set it up. And I sent her a quick test picture I did. And she said, what are your settings? That's insane. She shoots on a R5, which is a £3,000 body. I've got this is the cheapest camera, bar the PowerShot V1 that Canon make. But that's not the point of it. It's taught me how to look at the world differently. It's taught me to come out of myself. It's taught me to enjoy something, have a real hobby, a real passion for photography. Who knows where it's going to take me? I might not get paid for another single job. I don't know. But it's taught me to enjoy something. It's taught me to have a bit more faith in myself. I have got self-belief, but when you take on something brand new, you know, again, I didn't look at the figures for the new video in there all day today. It's the iPad video. I didn't look at the figures all day because I didn't want to spoil a day off, which is rare. As you know, I'm working generally 7 day a week, which is no, I'm not getting the mini violin out. I do it because I love it, not only because I need to, but also because I love what I do. I'm very lucky. Does it earn me enough money to live off? Not really. But I keep thinking it's near to doing that. And I'd like to say it's not all about money. It's not all about the money. But clearly I've got to have enough money to live. And the amount of hours I put into this channel and this creative journey, I need to sort of have enough money to live on. And it's nearly there. And I keep feeling that there's something just around the corner waiting to happen. I don't say that in vanity. I don't say that in a weird, odd disbelief. I kind of know that I just feel that something just about around the corner ready to happen. All the B-roll for this week's last 2 videos has all been shot in C-Log 3. I've colour graded every single clip of B-roll. And if you look at my videos, they're back to having a lot of B-roll. And that's because I want to give the very best that I can. I'd like this, I told you about this video I was watching this morning about a short movie. I'd love the idea of making a short movie just to put on this channel. Nobody would watch it. I know it would take a lot of work. Nobody would see it, and the amount of work it put in when I should be doing paid work. It doesn't warrant it, but it's just because this camera has changed me as a person so much. When I was coming up today, I haven't looked at the pictures I've taken, but I think I've shot some nice pictures. And it's all because my eye is trained because of this camera. I've gone into the menus now of this camera and played with things and looked into things and experimented with things and tried to become better. And yes, I thought I had a terrible day at the eclipse, but I look back at the shots that I got at the eclipse and you know what? They weren't terrible. They weren't as good as I'd hoped. They weren't as good as other people, but I know I didn't have the right camera body. I know I didn't have the right lens. I didn't have the right filters, but I'm not blaming that. It was me. But I was still in London with other people enjoying the eclipse. And that's a new me. And I wouldn't have been there if it hadn't been for this camera. The fact now I sit and just look at menu settings and try to work out what it can do, as basic as it is. When I picked up this other photographer's camera, I don't think I mentioned this, and she gave me an R5 to hold. I began to look at the menus and I was, you know what, I kind of think I could probably take that and work with it. And I've seen menus on cinema Canon cameras. I wouldn't have the faintest because of the imposter syndrome. But that R5, which is a good step up the ladder, I picked it up. And yeah, I'm used to Canon menus now. But I was confident enough. And when she referred to me as a photographer, I thought, you know what, that's the first time she's met me in that context. She believes I'm a photographer. And she's seen some of my work. And I have posted on Instagram every day, I think since January, February. That's a lot of content you need. And that's because of the passion I've got. And that passion has come from this camera. And I only bought this camera because of the channel, because I wanted to make the videos better for the channel. And then I suddenly found I love photography and I love doing what I do. I just wanted to get that off my chest because you take the time to invest in watching me chat on about all sorts of things. You see me through dark and unhappy times. And although there's still pressures on me and worries on me, we've all got those, right? The main thing is that I've got something I love doing and I might be okay at it. And that's not me fishing for a compliment. I'm still very much at the start of my journey. But this camera will be coming with me to Berlin in a couple of weeks' time. It'll be coming with me to New York. It'll be walking around Manhattan and maybe on a subway, and it'll be in airports, it'll be in JFK. It might be at Flushing Meadow, who knows? But this camera is going to be a part of my life now for as long as I can think. I love the fact it's compact and lightweight, and even if I do end up getting better cameras, this camera is the one that I know I'll just bring out on days like this to vlog with, just to shoot what's around me and to look at the world in a different way. And that's all because of this camera and because I found a passion and a love for something. I wish I found it younger in life. I wish I talked to my dad. I wish this creative gene had come out of me. And moving to this new studio has definitely unleashed a new me. I'm definitely a better person because of it. It's given me a new creative energy, a new zest for life. And I was just sitting looking at this camera body on the train seat opposite me this morning as I was coming up, and I thought, I just want to talk to you about the camera and what it's done for me. So that's all. The new video, by the way, I didn't look at it in the ground today. I didn't want to ruin a day. It's done average. But there's no way of knowing. It could suddenly pick up. For some reason, YouTube analytics said to me that today was the day to post. I post on a Saturday, which I don't normally do. Maybe it'll pick up. It's going at 6 out of 10 at the moment. The first M4 Pro Mac Mini video I did flew and went to 20,000 odd and loads of comments. The follow-up video just stormed out of the gate, went to 1 out of 10 immediately and then tapered off. This one started slow. Generally my iPad videos do okay and I was proud of the content, but I was also proud that it was the way it's shot. If you look at it, you'll see that all of that B-roll, it looks lovely now. It was all studio shot, good lighting. I paid attention to all the details that I could and nothing made it into that final video that I wasn't really proud of. The angle, the cut, the look, the lighting, even the thumbnails. I just took time arranging decent lighting around it, and that's all because of this camera. I've got confidence in this camera now. I've got confidence to play around with the menus. So that's kind of it. I've got to walk back to Vauxhall now. You know, if you watch one of the vlogs from Father's Day, actually, you'll know I took a picture outside the Vauxhall train station. I fell in love with it. So I'm walking back to Vauxhall now. And I just want to talk to you about the passion that I've got for what I do, but particularly for photography and particularly for this tiny, cheap little Canon R50V. But I could not be more happy with it. And it just goes to show if you put the time in, things can happen. They really can. So that's it. I know it's a bit unusual, but I love this little camera. I'm not getting all above myself of what it's capable of. I know there's so much better out there, but part of how good something looks is the person that's operating it. And because I've got so much passion for what I do and learning all the time, and going back on the train tonight, I will be watching videos about how to make videos and how to shoot pictures. It's my passion. And this little Canon is going to be a part of my life for so many years to come. It really is. That's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to say. Just be passionate about something. Go and do something. I'm loving what I'm doing. And this little camera, it was the right thing to do back at the beginning of the year. I would have kicked myself if I hadn't had it. And I say, the fact it's coming on trips me soon, I can't wait. That's it. Nothing more to say. I'll speak to you again very soon. I don't know what I've got coming up this week. I think it's a fairly normal standard week. I don't think I've got any trips on. I'm hoping to get up to Barbican. I want to shoot Barbican again. So if I get the video turned around in decent time, maybe Thursday, Friday this week, I'll go up to London and shoot. Obviously, we've got the bank holiday coming up at the back end of this week. But yeah, can't keep me out of this London place. Absolutely love it.